Would you say, out of all the people in finance you've talked to, how many of them out of 10 think about the long term like this, like we're talking about, at the right age, versus how many of them wait until they're a little older and then it hits them that they waited too long and they try to play catch up? How do you think that is split?
Well, I would say on your everyday person level, it's I'd say a good 90 odd percent of them think about it too late because it's we've all done
90%?
it. We probably maybe even more, right? Because we've all
I
done
know.
it. We've
It's
all done it. I
crazy.
mean, I've done it in my early 20s. I started earning some good money. And to begin with, I was stupid with it. We all do it because you kind of think, I'm 21, and I'm earning good money. I've got no responsibilities. I don't have family. I've got a nice paycheck here. I'll just have a bit of fun with it. And that little bit of fun becomes a couple of years of fun. And then before you know it, you're like nearly 30 maybe. And you're like, oh shit, I haven't actually started, prepping in any way, shape, or form. Now all of a sudden you've got bigger overheads. You've got a family on the way or something like that. And it's those pounds and pennies that you're earning, they don't stretch as far anymore, right? You haven't got as much left at the end of the month. So now it becomes harder and harder to now kind of get yourself into that position. So, I always say that the biggest thing for everyone is just getting started. You don't have to start with $1 million at the beginning or anything like that. You could literally start with $1,000, be adding here and there. And, it really doesn't have to be huge amounts of money. The biggest thing is just getting started because that power of compounding. Sure, you don't notice it at the beginning, right? When you're adding $100 a month to an investment portfolio or something like that, it really isn't moving the needle, right? But as that compounds over years and stuff like that, maybe you can add a little bit extra here and there when you've had a bonus at work or whatever it might be, right? And all of a sudden, 5 years down the line, okay, that account's starting to look pretty healthy now, right? 10 years down the line, maybe it's generating enough cash now from dividends or whatever to maybe pay for a holiday. These types of things. And before you know it, that could be a portfolio. Sounds a long way away, but it doesn't take long. But all of a sudden you're sitting there going, this is now something that is actually giving me that, financial freedom that everyone speaks of. It's getting yourself financially in a position. It's not just about earning loads of money. It's what you then do with that money. And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong in this social media world that we have nowadays. They get very fixated on earning lots of money because they want to spend the money, right? So whether that be a Rolex or the fancy holidays to Dubai or whatever. And that's cool if it's being balanced with also investing for your future. And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. They're too busy trying to look rich rather than actually doing the things to get rich and wealthy. And then, as we said earlier on, they're then playing catch up down the line. So you've got to play this balancing act with it.